correlation and coefficient, subject QT, third semester. So after the previous video you might have come to know, or you might have got an idea about positive correlation, negative correlation and no correlation. So in today's video we'll see a small exercise on this. So let's start. State in each case whether there is A. positive correlation, B. negative correlation, C. no correlation. So you need to tell me whether there is positive correlation or negative correlation or there is no correlation. So let's begin. So here's your first question. Price of a commodity and its demand. Now tell me whether it is positive correlation, negative correlation, no correlation. Remember, price of a commodity and its demand. Price, demand. As the price increases, what will happen to its demand? We know, we have learnt in economics, as the price increases, the demand for the product decreases. So both are moving in opposite direction. One is increasing and the other is decreasing. Hence, this is an example of negative correlation. Next, yield of crop and amount of rainfall. That is rainfall in whatever is required. So yield of a crop, how much crop will you get maybe per hectare if you have rainfall is good, and if rainfall is up, if rainfall increases, the yield of the crop, average yield of the crop also increases. So both follow a positive correlation. The third example or the third question. Number of chapatis eaten and number of people attending the lunch. Suppose there is a lunch and people have come there to have lunch. So is there a relationship between how many chapatis you require and how many people you invite for the lunch? Yes, there is a relationship. If the number of people you have invited for lunch increases, the number of chapatis you have to make also increase. So it follows a positive correlation. So the next exercise, exercise number 4, quickly. Number of units produced and fixed cost per unit. Okay, fixed cost per unit and number of units produced. We know that fixed cost per unit is total fixed cost divided by number of units. So as the number of units is increasing, the fixed cost per unit decreases, and hence we have a negative correlation, because both are moving in opposite direction. The fifth exercise. Number of boys in a class and the marks of boys. Number of boys in the class and marks obtained by these boys in an exam. Are they related to each other? No, they are not related to each other. Hence, it is an example of zero correlation or no correlation. The next question. Ages of husbands and wives, that is their wife. So is there a relationship between husband's age and wife's age? So what I am talking is, if we note down the ages of husband and wife of various couples, maybe husband's age is 30, wife's age might be something. Husband's age is 45, one more couple 45, wife's age will be something. Husband's age is 60, wife's age will be something. Husband's age is 26, wife's age will be something. Husband's age is 40, wife's age will be something. So if we gather this data, is there a relationship between these two variables, that is husband, age of husband and age of wife? Yes, there is. We see that as husband's ages are increasing, the wife's age is also increasing. Hence, they follow a positive correlation. The next exercise, temperature and sale of woolen garments. We see in rainy season and after rainy season, that is in November and December, when the temperature starts to fall, what will happen to the sale of woolen garments, woolen clothing? They increase. So as the temperature falls, the sales increases. As the temperature falls, the sales of woolen garment is increasing. Hence, both the variables are moving in opposite direction, and hence it is an example of negative correlation. So next exercise, number of cows and milk produced, total milk produced by these cows. So if you have one cow, you have certain amount of milk produced. If you have two cows, you have certain amount of milk produced. Three cows will give this much amount of milk. Four cows will give me so much amount of milk. Are they related to each other? Yes, they are related to each other, and they follow a positive correlation. As the number of cows increases, the amount of milk produced, total amount of milk produced in the dairy also increases. Hence, they follow a positive correlation. The next exercise, weight of a person and intelligence. Are they related to each other? No, they are not related to each other. Weight of a person and intelligence are not related to each other. So we say that it has zero correlation or no correlation. If we see, intelligent people can be heavy in terms of weight, intelligent people can be light in terms of weight, they can be normal in terms of weight. So there is no relation between the IQ of a person and his or her weight. So hence there is no correlation. And lastly, the advertising expenditure and sales volume. Yes, there is a high degree of correlation. Generally, it is seen that as you advertise more, as you spend more in advertising, the sales volume, that is the sales generated by you, also increases. Hence, it follows a positive correlation. So these are some of the exercises for today. If you do not understand or if you have any doubt, you can call me on my personal number